Morning, everyone. Welcome to the Steuben County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. You'll notice that we have one chair empty this morning. Andy, if you're out there watching, we wish you well. He did have his surgery yesterday and is in recovery and doing well. So we wish him the best. And Andy, we're here to take care of things. And when you come back, we'll be here to help you. All right, first on our agenda this morning is new extension. Good morning. I was going to say one person, but it looked like there was more than one with this.
Good morning. My name is Dana Stanley. I am the Health and Human Science Educator here for Purdue Extension. I'm also the CED is the County Extension Director. I'll let these folks introduce themselves.
My name is Matt Dykes. I'm the Regional Operations Lead for Purdue Extension.
Hi, my name is Kirby Douglas. I'm the 4-H educator for Purdue Extension. Good morning.
So you have your annual contract request in front of us, right?
Correct.
Yep.
I have a list of questions in my head. It might be best to just meet you to get some of those answers, maybe not here.
Okay.
Set something up and get some questions through it. Is there a, this doesn't take effect until next year, correct?
January 1st.
And is there a calendar that you're trying to stick to on this in order to get it completed?
Yeah. So as we look at some things that's happened over the last year, with Senate Bill 1 and all the changes, financial structure, we took a 5% on the crossroad line item at the Indiana State House, okay, as well as a lot of other funds that got cut at the state. And so what that does is that pays for field extension agent salary, okay, in part. So in this part of government, we're three-tiered. We have federal funding, we're state funded, and we're county funded, okay? And so what happened is if you got less money, then what you need to do is all that funds basically was all allocated for salary. Okay. So if you take 5%, it sent us into a reshuffle, reorganization. And so we came up with a regional strategy so that we can cover things. So in most in our region, ag and natural resource agents, we're down 30 in the region. So what we got to do is strategically is we're going to bring in talented people that are experts in areas like pesticide management. They're going to come in here and they're going to be teaching classes and certify the farmers and the chemical sprayers in the county. And so when you start looking at those aspects, okay, if we bring our best people in and to do programming here because we have a vacancy, and how can we do that? And that's what we have. We have a nice strategy that's come together that's going to be enough. And so they might be out of how's that Albion or something, and then they're going to be traveling to Angola and doing programs and services. So, but we hope that actually it improve some of the programs. So that kind of thing. It's just a shuffle so we can make it all covered.
Well, some of the people who are housed in Steuben County traveling outside the area then?
Yeah,
to help others.
Yeah, and so that's what we have. So we have like a chemical abuse program out of Columbia City. Like we're going to ask Dana to go down there and teach a financial management portion of that class for 2 to 3 weeks. Well, in turn, then we're going to have Abigail come up and teach dining with diabetes class and here us do that. And so it will be a shift out, shift in kind of thing so that everything's covered. Because you're going to be paid for the service you want well, right? You want programs, you want them to work well. So that's the idea with it. On the contract that also sent everything in. And so we looked at the contract and the financial parts of it. Now mileage is part of the contract. Now professional development is part of the contract. Now computers and now programming is part of the contract. so that it's all inclusive, so we can be shifted appropriately with that. And so overall, our budget goes down 2.5%. And so saves us money because, I mean, we're all counties are struggling right now, trying to figure out how are we going to survive our own challenges with the budget this year. So.
What I'll do is I'll stop down sometime today and see if we can't get a meeting scheduled.
Absolutely.
And we can't all be in the same room at the same time, so.
Sure. I understand that as well. Yeah.
Other than in this situation.
Yeah.
We'll be glad to do that. And like I said, I'll stop down, see if we can't get something scheduled. Later today. Yeah.
There's presentations.
Yep. If there's other things for us, you're welcome to continue.
Other than, did anybody go to the 4-H fair? Yeah.
I haven't
So,
got my invoice yet.
pardon me?
I haven't got my invoice yet.
We can make that happen. No, absolutely. Overall, I think we had a good year in terms of our 4-H program. Fairboard, of course, put lots of hours and time in, as per usual, and had a really great week. We had actually a record-breaking auction this year, with over $260,000 in sales, upwards of that. So that was really exciting. Definitely record-breaking this year, but overall, we've had a great turnout. Our program numbers are still consistent. We're in that 370 range. So Steuben overall, 4-H wise, we're sitting pretty well.
I don't know that you've been officially introduced in our meeting. You've been with us for a while, but.
I don't know if I've
I don't
introduced
believe you-
myself periodically, like throughout to people and whatnot, but I don't know, maybe in the official capacity per se.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. You got anything else?
Nope, I just continue doing programming here and in the region. I was a financial literacy expert, so, and I typically work with justice involved individuals. So those are kind of my people. Those are where I get the biggest result of the education. And so, and I continue to do the monthly co-parenting class for all divorcing parents in Steuben County. It's a court mandated co-parenting class, which is a wonderful thing. It gets parents on the same page when communicating with each other about their children. So they all hear the same message.
Thank you.
Stop in whenever Purdue Extension on the first floor.
I'll be down later today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's very nice.
Sheriff, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners, Auditor, Mr.
Good morning,
Stuckey,
Sheriff.
Mr. Laughlin. I've got just one item, believe it or not. Fantastic. Yeah, right. We can all talk. Yeah. Coruscant, a backflow for the past decade. We have generally failed our backflow testing coming out of the jail. And we've replaced that main backflow. They've flipped it, switched it, did everything they can. Well, now they've located one farther back into the jail, into the system, they think, which is causing our roadside city water backflow issue. So this is the replacement of that. I am asking that I use the jail upgrade for major moves money on that we had already set aside for projects to pay for that replacement.
Questions, Commissioner? Any discussion? I don't favor signify with aye. Vote aye. Nikki, you ready to go?
Morning, Commissioners. Good morning, Commissioners. I have a few visitors with me this morning. I'll do their part first, and then I'll do the rest of my things on the agenda. So I have the two interns that I have had for this past year for the IT department. And I have here on my right is Noah. He's with us from Trine University for the summer. He's here about 20, 30 hours a week or so. He's doing a great job for us and learning a lot. And then I also have with me Daniel, who was our high school intern during the school year. And I'll talk a little bit more about that program in a minute. And then through the summer, he's worked for us. So what I asked him to do as an opportunity for him is to just spend a few minutes and talk about his experience here as an intern, and let him do that.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Cook, and today I want to kind of share my experience and my perspective on this internship program. So first, I want to state how this internship has really helped me grow in three main ways. The first way being like general office skills. I've had a lot of work experience in the past, but this was the first a job that really was an office job. And with that came a lot of like learning how to communicate in a professional office setting, and also how to use different technologies like the phone system or how to use a copier. That stuff is really taught in school, but it's a great experience to learn and get that knowledge of how to have an office job. So the other way I've really grown is through my technical skills, through studying for the CompTIA Network Plus exam, and also having hands-on IT experience. I've really developed new skills, such as learning how to terminate cables, or printer troubleshooting, or computer setups. So that sort of stuff has really helped me grow, and I will continue to use that sort of knowledge in the future. The last way I've grown, and I think is the way I've grown the most, is through my mentors. Nikki, David, and Tyler have been great for me. I really appreciate everything they do. Just the way they're able to talk to me about this new technology and walk me through the steps they do and the processes they do. It's really educational. I think I learned a lot through that. So this fall, I'll be heading down to Rosewoman University, where I'll be studying computer science. I look forward to taking all of my skills and applying them. But I want to highlight that this internship doesn't only benefit me. I believe it has a bigger impact. So while it does help the intern, it helps me grow and learn a lot of new experiences. I think it also helps the IT department, because for 9 months, they get a free worker. And then also, it helps the school. So the school has an internship program, and with the new graduation requirements from the state, I don't know if you guys know about that, probably do. With those new graduation requirements, it puts a greater emphasis on work-based learning. So in order to get these new seals of graduation, it's requiring up to like 150 hours of work-based learning. So because of that, the internship program at Angola High School has grown tremendously. This year, I think they were looking at over 100 people in this internship program. But the problem is that these students don't necessarily, the school doesn't have the outreach in the community to be able to place all these students. For me, especially, I had a hard time trying to find an internship at the beginning of last school year. It took me nearly like a month before I was finally able to be connected with Nikki, who was gracious enough to take me in. But that kind of is a problem that the school's kind of facing right now. And I think that by establishing this connection between the school and the IT department, it's really creating a great connection for the school in order to place future computer science pathway students. So while I am the first computer science pathway student from Angola to have an internship, I hope not to be the last. Finally, I want to give a special thanks to David, Tyler, Nikki and Noah. They have been amazing, wonderful friends, mentors, all the above. They've really done so much to me, and I will not forget this experience. Thank you for your time, commissioners.
Approval.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for indulging us, and letting us share that. And I would like to say, I would like to send out an email or some kind of communication to some of our other department heads to let them know of this opportunity. I know the gentleman that is in charge of placing a lot of these influences has told me, he said, I really need to place more students out in the community, and any help would be appreciated. So I'll probably be sending out that communication, and any of your contacts in the community, let them know as well. So much appreciated, and I think of value to them as well as us. All right. The other things on the agenda, I have already received verbal approval for 2 of these items, but I just wanted to see if there are any other questions. One is our cyber insurance policy. I received the invoice for that. That was verbally approved. So I don't know if you need to know any other information about that. I had a 75-page policy emailed to me. And instead of printing all of that out, I made a folder of that on the network in your shared drive. So if the auditor's office, or if you need a copy of that, it's there so that we have that documented. Are there any questions about that, or do you want to see the final invoice for that? That's more of a renewal anyway. It's an expected cost, and it is covered in my budget. The second thing I have is what I received the verbal approval for already. It was the fixed fee quote that I received for replacement of our firewall. For security reasons, I don't want to talk about the brand of the firewall, but I do have that. I received verbal approval for that as well. I have a copy if you'd like to see it. We did get a correction of the quote downward to the actual hardware, which because we are working with the state change in how they're going to be doing their firewall, that we're receiving some help from the funds in the child support department towards a portion of this project. So I wanted to make you aware of that. And it was a significant discount for the hardware portion of it. So if you'd like a corrected copy of that, I can have it here this morning if you'd like to see that. My fixed fee stays the same. There's about a $1,600 less in hardware cost. And it was because they misquoted us a different model. So they corrected that, sent that to us. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Good shit. Keep track here. She won't. Anything else.
You want to do individually or together?
We can do it individually. They're separate.
Someone make a motion on the insurance.
Second. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Firewall. Which already has my signature on
Verbal approval.
it. We did a verbal approval on that one. Yep. So 46,671.90 cost share with 4D, I believe it is, right? Okay. Having my signature on it, I'll make a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify with aye. Aye.
And then this is just a housekeeping of a letter that I'm sending to our MSP. I was asked to give a copy of the letter to our county attorney, Mr. Suki, and he reviewed it and okay for me to send it on. I did send a certified mail copy of it. I will be emailing out the letter as well, probably this evening. And I do have a copy here just for your records if you would like to got that. Probably the only paragraph that matters for the commissioners is the last paragraph of how they'll communicate with us. Communications. Questions about that?
The questions, but I appreciate the very pointed letter.
I think that's all I have. If you have any other questions, thank you again for allowing us to introduce our interns, and hopefully it's a good connection in our community.
Hopefully that you'll keep us in mind when you graduate and come back to the
Yes, in 15 years, I expect to retire. So. Wish you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Taylor, good morning.
Good morning.
Are you getting ready to head back to school soon?
Yeah, school starts August 23rd. So first off, I wanted to take the time and thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to serve as the intern with Steuben County Emergency Management Agency this summer. This experience has been incredibly valuable, and I am extremely grateful for the opportunity to work alongside Director Lee Greenemeyer and Deputy Director Paul Wicker. When I began this internship, I knew I wanted to pursue a career in emergency management. However, this experience gave me a much deeper understanding of what this profession truly requires and the amount of work that happens behind the scenes to keep our community safe. Before this experience, I understood the 4 phases of emergency management: prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. However, what I did not fully understand until this summer was just how significant the preparedness phase truly is. I always knew preparedness was important, but this internship showed me that preparedness is the foundation of everything emergency management does. The planning, relationship building, training, exercises, and coordination that happen before a disaster are what allow communities to respond effectively when those moments occur. My education at the O'Neill School of Public and Environmental Affairs through IU Indianapolis has helped me prepare for this experience by giving me a strong foundation in leadership, emergency management, public safety, and homeland security concepts. Many of the concepts I learned in my classes became much clearer once I was able to see them applied in the real world. One of the experiences that stood out to me was completing the Homeland Security Exercise Evaluation Program training, known as HC. As I went through the material, I realized that many of the concepts were things that I had already learned in my Homeland Security coursework, but now they were being applied in a more detailed, practical way. Concepts that may not have fully clicked to me in the classroom finally started making sense because I could see the purpose behind them and how they impacted emergency operations. Beyond the technical knowledge, every training, meeting, and event I attended provided valuable opportunities to build connections and network with professionals in the field. Those relationships helped me better understand that emergency management is built on collaboration and strong partnerships. Throughout my internship, I completed FEMA independent study courses such as IS 240, 244, 241, and 800, along with participating in the HC training program. Each of these experiences strengthened my understanding of emergency operations, communication, and preparedness. They also allowed me to continue developing professionally and gain knowledge that I will carry throughout my career. During my time with Steuben County Emergency Management, I had the opportunity to assist with a variety of projects, trainings, meetings, and community outreach events that gave me a firsthand look at what emergency management truly involves. Every day is different, and each experience helped me better understand the many responsibilities that come with serving a community. One of the most valuable experiences was having the opportunity to job shadow the Steuben County EMS and dispatch. Seeing their day-to-day operations gave me a greater appreciation for how every agency plays a critical role during emergencies and how communication and coordination are essential to an effective response. One of the most rewarding parts of this internship was being out at the Boy Scout camp every Friday for 4 weeks and seeing the scouts work together during the mock exercise. Seeing them communicate, solve problems as a team, and work together to accomplish the mission showed me that leadership and preparedness can begin at any age. After one of the exercises, one of the scout members asked Lee Grunemeyer how he could, better serve his community. And so that moment stuck with me because it reminded me that all it takes is one opportunity to inspire someone to make a difference. Knowing that our training sparked that interest was incredibly rewarding and reinforced on why preparedness education is so critically important. One project I am especially proud of was developing the Disaster Preparedness Kit initiative. The goal behind this initiative was simple: help community members take steps toward becoming more prepared before they are faced with an emergency. While we were able to distribute 5 kits this summer, I do not view that number as small. Those 5 kits represent 5 families who have now additional resources and information that they may not have had before. And to me, that is a meaningful impact in my heart because preparedness starts with one person, one family, and one community. This project also sparked additional ideas around community preparedness and resilience that I hope to continue developing in the future. Developing this initiative helped me realize how passionate I am about preparedness education and finding new ways to help residents become more resilient. It reinforced my belief that emergency management is not just about responding when a disaster occurs. It is about building stronger, more prepared communities before those moments ever happen. Knowing that even a small effort can make a difference in someone's life is what motivates me to continue pursuing this field. One of the biggest observations I took away from this internship was how responsibility falls on a small emergency management department. Emergency management professionals spend a significant amount of time planning, writing emergency action plans, attending meetings, completing trainings, building relationships, and preparing for situations that may never happen, but we must always be prepared for. During the severe weather this summer, specifically the tornado that went through Steuben County, I experienced firsthand how quickly a department can become stretched thin. Paul and I assisted during storm operations, but due to our limitations, we eventually reached our maximum hours and had to step away. That experience showed me that the challenges that can occur when a small department has limited personnel available during a high demand situation. I also saw the importance of having adequate equipment and resources available. Having additional resources such as another vehicle is not simply a convenience, but it can directly impact the department's ability to operate efficiently during emergencies. So during the storms, Paul and I utilized the department vehicle, leaving Lee without one available. We also had to coordinate transportation for HC training because only one vehicle was available, and the training was held at Parkview, although we were late. So while I understand that additional equipment comes with maintenance costs, I believe that resources like these can help emergency management function more effectively, especially when the community needs them the most. I also understand that budgets are extremely challenging, especially in this day and time. And many departments are facing financial pressures. However, after experiencing this internship, I strongly believe that emergency management is an area where continued investment is important. The work EMA does often behind the scenes when a disaster occurs, those relationships, plans, and preparedness becomes critical. Steuben County Emergency Management plays an important role in coordinating with EMS, fire departments, dispatch, healthcare partners, and other county leadership to ensure the community is prepared and supported. Now I want to take the time super quick to recognize the people that helped me make this experience so meaningful. First, I want to thank Lee Grunemeyer and Paul Ricker, who is also watching, for their mentorship, guidance, and allowing me the opportunity to be a part of Steuben County Emergency Management this summer. They took the time to answer my questions, share their experiences, and help me better understand what a career in emergency management would look like. I also want to thank Stacy Lozer, my internship professor, for her guidance and support throughout this experience, and for helping me connect my education with professional opportunities. Beyond Steuben County Emergency Management, I am extremely grateful for the EMS personnel, health department, public defenders, IT staff, and everyone else I had the opportunity to work with this summer. Everyone was incredibly welcoming and willing to share their knowledge and experiences with me. Some of the most valuable conversations I had were during my lunch breaks with EMS, where I was able to learn about their day-to-day operations, hear their experiences, and build friendships that I will carry with me throughout this internship after it passes. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that emergency management cannot operate alone. It depends on strong partnerships, communication, relationships across the entire community. Every agency plays an important role in keeping our community safe. This internship confirmed that emergency management is the career path I want to pursue. It gave me the opportunity to apply what I have learned in the classroom, being real-world experience, and build relationships with professionals who are passionate about serving their communities. This experience has motivated me to continue pursuing opportunities in this field, including I did apply for the deputy director position in Huntington County. Regardless of where my career begins, I know that I want to continue serving communities and helping people become better prepared before disasters actually happen. So I want to say thank you again, commissioners, Steuben County Emergency Management, and everyone who contributed to making this experience so meaningful. I came into this internship wanting to learn, and I am leaving with a greater appreciation for emergency management and a stronger commitment to this profession. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alex.
Morning. Mr. Singer here. So I had Mr. Singer approached me last week with Northeastern Center about an agreement with their center. The way I understand it, it's the 4 districts or the 4 counties. It's for a grant. So he approached me and said, "Hey, can you sign this for an agreement?" And I said, I'm not signing anything. So I just brought that in front of you. Any involvement with veterans in the community, especially family ship, I'm always in support, but I don't know if this creates a barrier between the VA and get the veteran down there for support. So I wish you was here to explain the program a little bit better. But
Your timeline on this?
what's that?
Your timeline on?
No, it was just, he brought it to me next week and I said, well, I'll make it to in front of the commissioners just to talk about it publicly. But
I think there's an opportunity to help our veterans.
for sure, as long as it doesn't create a barrier.
And yeah, as long as it doesn't cause an issue.
Yeah. But that form's there. If I get any update, I'll bring it back to.
Okay.
See if you can't attend their next meeting.
Yeah, I gave him the information to attend, so. Well, it's for a referral process.
Yeah.
For this.
We already have a program for you guys. So it shouldn't create a barrier for you.
No, it's the referral program for the Northeastern Center, to refer them to the Northeastern Center. Not to get them down to the VA.
Okay, just making sure, because I was like,
No,
that won't create that
no,
barrier.
it's not,
Okay.
it's not,
Okay.
The barrier would be inserting an organization in the middle between the veteran and the VA. For care here versus, I don't know. I don't know about the program, so, but anything to help. But we do have a set up with STAR, so any veteran that can't get down to the VA hospital, that's absolutely taken care of.
The plan on getting a little more detail on that.
Yeah, I'll, before I sign anything, I'll make sure I verify it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Yeah, Mark.
First thing I have for you is NDOT updated voucher. That's number 2201-618 for PD claim number 31, the amount of $42,283.08 to Lock Reserve.
Further discussion? None, all in favor, signify with aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Next update I have is on the Pocahontas South Phase 1. Our subcontractor, Mid City, is set to start clearing right away in August. Update on the 2026 road program. We're almost done with the conversions. We'll be set to start chip sealing next week. Weather's nice. Looks like we're gonna get some rain.
When,
Rain.
yeah,
Every time I look at it, and I go to work.
doesn't look like this week anyways.
Yeah, well, but next week.
Okay.
Then here to County Road 200 North, our ditch closure project, with the an early distribution of the direct lane mileage funds. I have put in an appropriation request to the council. If approved, instead of doing a joint project between the drainage board and county highway to get that done, it's been funded 100% inside county department funds. We weren't expecting those funds this year. They changed that in spring legislation, so it's additional. We're looking forward to having to fund that whole project then. County Road 200 West Corridor Planning Project. I sent out the initial request letters so people get set out for being on committee. Received some comments back. I'll be following up with those people this week and next week, trying to make sure we got who wants to be involved and then get the first meeting scheduled. We do have a draft ordinance for gaming going to the plan commission. That has been worked through our subcommittee. General operation updates. We are back to right away mowing. It's full width. So this should complete third pass by the end of this month. Be 3 passes and then we'll go right into our 4th pass. And thankfully we have rain. So we did get the grates from gravel roads this past week. So that was a nice change of pace. We needed it.
Yeah. I did have a nice visit with Lime Lake Gage. Little of that discussion centered around some of the roads and particularly a drainage spot. They had be looking into it and stuff to see if what agreement, if there was a written agreement so far. I don't think we found anything written on that. I don't know if you're aware of anything.
Yeah, they reached out to me. So we looked up for that. It's probably been 22. We went looking for that written agreement. What we found was a gentleman's agreement between the drainage board, the county surveyor, and the homeowners association. Highway department provide pipe. They connected the pond to the road to the lake, and nothing in writing. Just we will clean that pipe out in the spring and fall.
the maintenance schedule that we were asked to do.
Highway was asked to do that.
And we've cleaned it out 3 times this spring. Each time we've cleaned it out, it has been plugged, it's replugged all 3 times. We just cleaned it out, I think, like 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago now. And then plugged again. We cleaned it all the way out from the pond, the road to the lake. 3 times is a little excessive for not in the right of way or in the easement. But it is, there's a maintenance issue back in that pond.
So is this more of a drainage issue and not a county highway issue?
Yes, what it needs to happen. And I believe this conversation has happened with the homeowner before. I don't know which surveyor was involved in saying this to them. What they need to do is they need to petition the board, the drainage board, about treating that as a drainage area. Create easements and then give an assessment so that there is monies collected for the maintenance of both the pond and the pipes. And then you would have the fund and the ability to, on demand, if there's, you know, the pipes clogged, call a contractor and have it cleaned up. You know, like I said, we've cleaned it out 3 times. They had to wait for a while this last time. But we were paid before we cleaned it out twice. So there's only so much time you can go back to the same spot. And the real problem is in the pond. The pond needs clean. Because since it's not clean, it's the garbage is going up the pond and up the pipe and clogging the pipe and causing additional maintenance issues.
Paul's going to come in if you want to say something on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really that's where they need to go. They need to break that as a easement, and maybe they've done part of that. Just don't have, yeah.
Sure.
It's not my lane.
Appropriately said.
I knew there were some conversations in the past, since I've been here in the last 5 years, about that becoming a easement and getting an assessment. Taking care of things.
Good morning. The information shared with you is our claims experience year to date through June. Yesterday, we just concluded July. We don't have that information pulled yet. We don't have the reports from PHB. We'll provide those for you. Last year, where we had 6 individuals exceeding to the tune of 98,246. Bottom right graph will share that the large claimants represent 43% of our total claims, and all other claims represent 57%. If we flip to the next page, target number I want to learn based upon your approval of claims dollars. The last 3 months have been higher claims activity. We have funded the 30,000 aggregating specific. So that cash outlay will no longer be applied for the remainder of the contract year. And then we're tracking our RX rebates as well as we receive those throughout the contract year from Northland. Next page will just give you an outline of the information de-identified. Any PHI has been removed relative to the large claimants. Again, we have 9 individuals trafficked at 50,000 and above. of which we had 4 exceed the individual stop loss level of 100,000, representing 147,000, and you funded your 30,000, meaning stop loss carrier so far year to date has reimbursed for 117,000. And then the following pages are just the complete contract year from 2025. Any questions relative to the information? Oh, in the next couple of weeks, receive the reporting through July. At that time, it will allow us to start preliminary marketing with stop loss carriers to see what we can get relative to competition to be reviewed and analyzed. Those will probably be preliminary numbers, especially with our claims upticking. We probably won't be getting firm and final until most likely August claims, possibly September. But my goal is to get back with you as soon as possible on preliminary numbers, once the evaluation of the claims have been materialized through the stop loss market. Questions?
Thanks for the information. Not as good news as what we'd hoped, right?
And 24, but those do 25.
Right.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yep.
Other business. Payroll for July 24th, 2026, amount of $621,827.68.
Your employee.
Second. Discussion? None, all in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Request for use of the green space by the old courthouse for September 15th. Has anybody else requested that date? No. And this is for the annual
Employee
employee
appreciation.
appreciation put on by the realtors, right? Motion to approve. Yeah, I'll second.
Thank you.
Discussion. So we might need to make that motion. He did probably by his time. Okay, all in favor, signify with aye. Aye. We have minutes to sign. He's out, so you can get. Yes, minutes from the July 21st meeting.
Motion to approve is presented.
Second. Any discussions? There's appraisal done on some real estate. Sorry, county. In preparation of potentially selling it. Invoices. Second. Just wrote Rick and Andy second. Used to doing that.
Yeah.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Mediation with our QAW. We don't agree to pay to the contract 50% of it. So. I'll make a motion to approve. Second, any further discussion? All in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Discussion on rental requests. Billy?
There is someone who was wanting to find out what it would cost to rent a space downstairs for quilting, the quilting classes that she holds, so she would want one of the Purdue Extension rooms. However, she does charge per person for these classes.
How often will those classes be?
Did we get an answer, full answer on that? I don't know. It might be once a month. They could meet more than once a month, but it's, so if the particular class is taking longer, I'm assuming it's, I think she said it was $75 per person for however long that class is gonna last. I don't know.
This is evenings or during the day or evenings?
I assume that.
We don't have a breakdown for someone who actually charges. We've got, well, we do, but
We do, because we leased a number of different entities.
it's high for that.
You get that information gathered for us so we can,
You want some more?
in terms of what we're charging for rent. It's like, really, I don't think we have any other fees other than for the auditorium and the
Correct.
multi-purpose room, right?
We don't have a breakdown for small rooms.
Yeah. close.
Correct.
I would assume that they'll be in and out before our custodians leave for the evening.
Could make it a requirement.
As they're looking at additions. Expenses in terms of.
I don't know. We'd have to make that mandatory.
Additional fees.
We get those rates and then we'll set them. Not just for them, but for the building in
Some of
general.
those smaller rooms. Do you know, did they say
Typically
which room?
by square foot, but
Oh, the back room down by the vending machines is the one that they want. I think they hold a lot of 4-H meetings in there.
that. Any questions on the claims?
I'll make a motion to approve AP claims in the amount of $1,407,406.96, as well as APMC.
Second that. Further discussion? None, all in favor signify with aye. Aye. We need to do an approval of any kind for the internship was going to be handing out our some kits upstairs during some WIC hours.
I think you guys wanted to just give some formal approval that they can set up upstairs.
There's a net, I had not, that's permissible.
They want to set up 2 tables from what I understand upstairs there.
Any objections to
Given
that?
those kids.
No, I would, if you're looking for a motion, I
I
think.
don't know if we need to do a motion, to just. General head nod that. We have permission to do that. Yes.
So these are for the vehicle fire extinguishers and sharps containers.
Mhm.
We sent that email
but there wasn't a clarifying answer where you guys want them paid from.
So I had suggested that the sharps containers could come out of the opioid unrestricted. But I thought the vehicle fire extinguishers need to come out of some type of equipment line item. That'd be consistent with.
Yeah.
Proper expenditures, I guess. Sources and uses of funds. So with that said, that's my suggestion. We've already approved the expenditure of it.
Correct.
So I'm just aware I pay from it, so we do that.
Okay. Good with that?
Yep.
Okay. Yes?
Anything else?
I don't,
We're still outstanding items. The roadway. Take that off.
Yeah. you could probably.
Courthouse RFP was August 1st, is that correct? July 31st,
Yep.
didn't receive anything. No, we did not receive anything, so we probably will have to redraft that and maybe submit it again.
Yep.
I'll work at getting that put together. And the original right-of-way deed to be recorded. Is that the? Is that the one we were working on with Paul?
Honestly, I have to do some more checking into that because I am at a loss on that one.
Okay. So I'll let you check on that. Get some feedback from some folks.
We have spent all of our ARPA dollars, so
They
And
have
then-
been all completely.
yes. We will have one audit, of course, on that because we did spend money in 26, so it will run through next year's audit, the state board of accounts. But whenever you guys want to, add that to our committee at any point in time, you guys are ready.
Suggestion just be, we'll do sometime before the end of the year, to make sure that we're all here at that point.
Yep. We're on for November and maybe it'll get pushed to December, but
We'll take care of it for the years.
That's fine.
Anything else?
the ICC conference, you want to register for that?
I think we already have it.
No.
That was the eight.
Let's see.
That's AAC. I don't even know if they're taking,
Do we know when
are they
it is?
taking registration yet? Because that's not till November. And in November, December.
They just got an email. It's right.
Um,
They are.
Where's that?
Same
Indy.
person this year.
You're saying the same as the.
It's their annual conference.
Yeah, but isn't that like the last week of November, first week of December?
It's actually, the last couple days of November and.
I don't know that it's open yet. We can look.
I thought
You guys
they
are interested?
were- I just got a email on it.
Yeah, I got a couple things.
See that email from Jackie? May I see that? All the hotels are booked for the conference.
I have not seen that one yet.
So if anybody that is currently registered has room that doesn't, that might not attend, but not cancel, then you need to contact Jackie so they can redistribute the rooms.
Okay.
So. Can't find it right offhand. I just read the email on it. I'll look at it again.
I would assume probably has to, I'm not sure about Andy.
And I did want the data center meeting next Tuesday.
Farm Bureau.
Farm Bureau one. I told him I'd attend that. Didn't know if I'd go down the night before, so I didn't have to go too early, but
We have funding for that.
yeah. I'll see how things work out.
And I'd like to have one of us there. I'll be with council. that day.
Yeah.
What did you say, Rick?
Tuesday, week from today. It's at the Farm Bureau building in Minneapolis. Several good speakers that are lined up for that. Mostly it'll be done by a little after lunch, I think. It's good information.
Did you go to that and I'll stay here?
Get beat up by council.
And that's okay. They don't get us out. They have good discussions.
I know, they do.
Anything else?
Matt, I don't.
Speed of recess. I have a question for you, Don.
Well, I've got a